Hey everybody, Rebels of Cloud9 here. Welcome to a video I'm going to call something along the lines of kits that I've built, but I either lost the footage to it, gave up on filming it, or who knows what. Basically, these are just projects that I haven't filmed or recorded, and I thought I would share them all here. I've completed a couple of them and just give a quick little opinion and review on them. So the first kit here, so if Russell Goslin or Hamilcar Barkas is watching, this is because of your group build, the get out of your comfort zone group build. This is the, I actually have the box here, the Arai 1/32 scale Honda N360. So this is to make a whole bunch of these cars. And I found out that this is like the anniversary. I think it's like the 75th anniversary for this particular car. Not this exact version, but the N360. I think it's an anniversary because Hasegawa just released one a little while ago. And I was reading about it in Scale Auto and decided to finish it. I started this earlier in the year and I really liked it. I had a lot of fun doing it. Definitely taught me a lot about cars again. I've still got a long way to go, but this was really great to get me going. One thing I was able to do on this one that I was really happy with is there was a huge crease line down the middle here, and I was able to sand it and buff it out, and so it's not even there anymore. That took a long time. You can see the windows in the back are pretty frosted over. I thought I did a better job on the back than I did on the front, but obviously not. As far as the kits go, this one's actually not done. I still haven't put on the windshield wipers, but I don't know how they fit. So I don't know if I'm actually going to put them on because I can't figure it out. I seriously have been trying and they don't really seem to fit. Like, anytime I get them to line up properly, there's no way to make them fit anywhere into these pegs here. So I'm not going to glue it to the can or to the windscreen. But this was really fun. This is enamel. I can't even remember what color it was actually. Did I use this? No, that's not even the paint. I think I used this one here. Metallic green flake from Testors. I think this is what I used. Looks very similar there. And it was really kind of fun because I did a lot of polishing, a lot of buffing and wet sanding and stuff like that to get this finish on here, and I'm really happy with this sheen. So, like I said, I learned a lot out of doing this. Best way to go about it: use lacquers. Enamel's close second, but like I learned from the Citroen build, I'm not going to use acrylic anymore. I actually did learn a couple tricks about how to use gloss acrylic. So it's a very cute little car. Kind of looks like a Mini. So I was really happy with that, and thanks to you guys there for doing that group build. That's really why I got started doing this car in the first place. So I bought a couple more cars since then, and I will slowly be working on them as time goes on. I think the only thing I'm going to do later is I'm going to buy an enamel black, paint mine dried out, and paint these in black here. It looks a lot better. I saw the professional modeler on the Fine Scale Auto. He did that, and it looks really great. So really happy with this one. This one's going to sit very proudly on my shelf, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to buy more of these Arai kits. You know, they're just 32nd scale. They're nothing too fancy or anything like that, but it's a great place to spend $10 on a car and learn how to do stuff like this. So I'm pretty happy about that one. So there's number one. That one I'm very satisfied with. Number two here. This is for the Hun in the Sun group build. I thought I would show it. This is on the blog, rebels@cloud9.blogspot.ca. So if you want to see more of this one, you can go on there and you can see the full build gallery. I lost the video footage, but I didn't lose the pictures. This is Airfix's new tooled 109. As I mentioned before, it's for the Hun and the Sun group build. I haven't heard anything about it since then, unfortunately. I don't know what's happened. Let me see. I still have actually. I have all the boxes for these models I'm going to talk about right next to me. Let me just put this aside. So this is what it is. I think many of you are familiar with this. I don't know why I've never bought this kit till now. It always kind of bugged me, because I really do like this 109, but I never liked the color scheme that is included, and I really like this one. For this particular project, I bought Mr. Hobby 113 RLM Yellow, and this is by far the best representation of RLM Yellow. The other one that I have is, yeah, Model Master. It's too orange. This works very well for the Gamma warships from the Yamato series. Beautiful color. It's perfect, basically, for that. But for Luftwaffe, it didn't quite work well with me. So, not a bad kit as far as it goes, but it's not really the best kit. There's too many tiny pieces in it, and that is a big fault. I've said this before. You know, ever since I got the first Zero, which was the first kit where I really was introduced to their new styrene that Airfix uses, it's soft and brittle. It's a bizarre combination. Brittle with the tiny parts. And like the antenna here, I snapped this off just cleaning it. Just carefully cleaning it. And I replaced it out of white metal. I sanded down, filed down this white metal here, and I was able to get that. But for like the wing ballasts and stuff like that on the bottom, I was very, very careful not to break them, and there came quite a few times where I was ready for them to snap. So the other thing too is, if I'm ever going to build a 109 again, I mentioned this in the blog, I'm going to go buy a Tamiya one for a couple of reasons. Number one, the better plastic. It is going to be a little slightly better engineering. But what I really like is a lot of the Japanese kits have poly caps in here, so you can just pull off the propeller, and you don't have to worry about getting the rod in there or anything. I know a lot of you were like, oh, why don't you just glue them on when you're done? I like the propellers to turn. It's a weird thing, I know. I like having propellers that spin. Poly caps allow you to do that, and it makes modeling go easier. It really, really does. I wish more companies would invest in a system like that. Tamiya and Hasegawa and a couple others, again, out of Japan, they do that quite a bit. The other thing that was a bit of a bother was the window frame. It took me a very long time to mask it. There's the lines are very, very faded. They're very soft. So what I ended up doing was just cutting out these. Actually, they were leftover strips from the Yamato from when I did the planks. And I just lay them down and make like little squares and then fill it in with Maskell, and that worked out really, really well. So, but it took forever. I nearly died. I was ready to give up, but here it is. It's done. It's beautiful scheme. So I was really happy to be able to incorporate that. This is from the old tooled one. I had the decals from the old tooled one, and I just threw them on here. So I'm really glad about that one, because this was really fun. I really enjoyed it, but I don't know if I'd recommend it for anyone, like as far as a beginner would go, like in a starter kit, because again, all these tiny pieces, they're just too darn fragile, and the sprue gates were huge. They were really, really thick. I used this Tamiya scribing saw. It's a little saw blade. These very little teeth. I use that, and I just slowly cut them out, and then ever so carefully trimmed around them, and that took forever, it seemed. But I really like doing these German aircraft. The splinter camouflage is always really, really fun. So this was a great project. I enjoyed doing that one. The other thing that I did is painted it blue, and then started painting lighter shades in between all the ribs, or all the lines there. That was really fun. I quite enjoyed doing that, experimenting with that for a bit. So there's my 109 for the Hun and the Sun group build. So again, that one's on the blog. If you can go check that one out. This next one is not on the blog, however it will be. I have to take a 360 picture of it, and I didn't do it last night, so I'll do it next time I set everything up. This one was sent to me by Greg at stevethefish.net. This is a great little kit, so thank you very much, Greg. This is the Ki100. Let me show you guys the box here. So if you want to go get one for yourself, there it is. It's a nice little kit from Oshima. I did run into a few problems, few fit issues, but nothing too major to the point where I was really mad or stressed out about it, I should say. There's a couple things I did on this one that I had a really fun time with. This was kind of an interesting aircraft because the underside of it is silver and the upper surfaces are green. What green did I use? Yeah, I used JA green. I believe that's XF13 for the upper surfaces. And what I really had a fun time doing is painting this kind of, let me see if my camera will pick up on it properly, this kind of blotchy area, so you can see it's kind of transparent in some areas. And then I went along with my knife and I scratched out all the surface detail there to make these nice little scuff marks, and that was really a lot of fun. Took forever to do, but it was totally worth it in the end, I thought. It was great to just do that because I've tried it once before, and this time it worked really, really well. Big key is light coats of paint and do it basically as soon as the paint's done. So as soon as you're done airbrushing, give it like an hour, maybe 2 to dry, because it's an acrylic paint, shouldn't take you that long. And then just carefully go scratching. So that was a lot of fun. I talked to Greg about this, but the one that they have on the box, whoever built it, I hate to say it, but in a lot of ways they didn't exactly do the best job. You can see a lot of silvering on the tail and there on the wings, and I was dreading that. I went, oh great, these decals are going to be just horrible. They're not going to work well. And that couldn't have been farther from the truth, actually. They were really nice decals once you got a good gloss coat on there. And they conformed and reacted really, really well. So I was quite impressed with that. Problems with the kit. The windscreen lines were non-existent, basically. The wind frame lines were like not even there. I had to hand brush them on. There was no way I was going to ever be able to mask them. I tried and tried, and I said forget it. I glued it on. I covered it up in mask all, and when it was done, I just painted them all on there myself. It would never ever have worked. I would have been still fussing with it to this day. One of the other things too is, I don't know why, but inside of the engine there is room for a polycap, but they don't include one. But they give you ample room to do that. And look at the extra length of the spinner shaft there, so they'll definitely fit. So I went and dug around in my spares, put a polycap in there, and it works perfectly. It's great. So I was just really happy about that. So now it stays in there and it spins, and I think it worked out pretty darn well. So pretty fun little kit. I really did enjoy this one. It's an oddball in my collection. There were only about close to 70. It depends on who you ask and where you're reading. Close to about 70 of these things ever built before the war ended, and it's a further extension of the Ki-64. They just kind of kept modifying it, but basically the wings are the same as the 64. And I really like this tulip bulb nose shape that it has there. It's beautifully rounded, cowling. It just looks great. I really enjoy the look of this one, and just kind of, it does look kind of, it's an elegant, menacing looking aircraft, which I really like. And then again, it was really fun. This is one of those Vallejo colors. I can't remember which one. I think it might be aluminum. And yeah, this one was really fun. And it comes with tons of options, decal options. So if you're interested in stuff like this, Oshima did a nice job with it as far as I was concerned. There are errors in the box and in the instructions that you have to watch out for. You just pay extra attention to them and you should be okay. So I actually did show in my blog painting the spinner on there. I loaded it into my Tamiya handy drill, and then I turned it on and I just held it with the brush and white paint while it was spinning. I've done that before. That was really fun. I was able to post that online, and I was quite surprised a bunch of other people liked that, which was a trick that my dad showed me a long time ago. So this is a great kit. Like I said, I really did like this one. I'm not just saying that. I've never built a modern Oshima kit before, and I'm glad I did, because it was pretty good. Solid construction. Again, a couple little things to look out for, but they're all easy to avoid and overcome, I should say. So that's about it for me, guys. That's 3 kits that I've been working on that I just, again, lost the footage, stopped recording, who knows what. I can't go through the list of them all because, quite honest, I don't remember. But yeah, I have been busy. I have been doing other stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Again, if you could, check out the blog, rebelsatcloud9.blogspot.ca. I'll try to include a link to that down below in the description. It's also on the Rebels at Cloud9 YouTube homepage. You can go click there, and it'll drop you off onto there. So there's inbox reviews, build series, and all sorts of stuff on there. And yeah, I'm going to go do a couple more of those right now. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This is Rebels at Cloud9, and I'll see you all later.